What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. It is officially, we're a minute early, which is a surprise, actually. We're normally late. But anyway, we are a minute early. Welcome in. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Lots to get into, lots of stuff to break down, actually. We've got a ton of stuff going on in the markets, lots of macro data that we need to talk about, which definitely should get you aligned to, I think, what's coming. And certainly, we're going to be taking a look at some charts. And obviously, as the thumbnail, I did the thumbnail myself, by the way. I hope you're pleased. But obviously, as the thumbnail says, we're going to break down the Rex Osprey ETF just to give you a bit of a vibe, a bit of a feel, by the way. Currently trading at $25.75. If you are not sure what that means, it's down. But I think it's fine. All right, I think it's going to be fine. So anyway, we're going to get into all of that. We'll walk through kind of all of the latest stuff going on in the markets. And yeah, we'll just kind of have some fun at the same time as well. So do me a favor, just walking in, tap the screen. That would be great. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then feel free to do that as well. And don't forget, check out the links in the description. If you want to get into our totally free Discord, then get over there as well. It's definitely worthwhile. Weirdly, it says there is an event happening right now. Welcome to it. Right, let's say hello to a few people. Then we're going to get into all of what is going on. So, yeah, shout out to everybody tuning in. Right, 37, good to see you, says like number one. Your legend. Craig's here. Tim's here as well. What's going on? JFR's in the building. Tim, good to see you. Jesse holding it down. What's going on, bud? Welcome to you as always. ASMR fan, welcome. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Hey, to be up with the fam. Well, I bet the kiddos have got, they're nearly 3, fan. Can you believe that? Nearly 3 right now. Yeah, the kids are absolutely wild. I was going to say they start streaming next week, but you never know. They don't really, by the way. They don't really. But yeah, good to see you as always. Appreciate you tuning in. Tomato Pete, what's going on? Brandon Harris in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. RPM here. Viva la bacon. Man, I was panicking then that you weren't going to be here. But yeah, good to see you. As always, Obi Joe's here. Obi Joe, don't forget, we'll get that link up for you later on as well. Ball Brian, XCL Mafia. Yeah, I jumped into Osm's or Austin Space dead quick. I was sort of getting things. Oh, there he is. Look at that. It's like magic. He turns up. I think you're somewhere. Oh, somewhere here. Like you're in there somewhere. But yeah, I jumped in and yeah, I actually have some content coming out about XCL. Bullish, by the way. I think it's a really great project. So if you are in the premium Discord, you will have got my full breakdown of what I think of that project, including good, bad, watch out, and why I'm bullish on it as well. So yeah, get ready for that. I think it's going to be pretty good. And then welcome in on TikTok, by the way, everybody tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, tap the like button. Get excited. Calamari's in the house. What's going on, bud? Yeah, definitely doesn't look as good, does it? But I did find out, by the way, if anyone that is a subscriber on TikTok, the end of the month, it will either just give you your money back or it'll send you an email. So just check on that, please. That would be great. Anyway, with that said, great. You've linked the Discord to YouTube, so it shows you're streaming. Oh, does it really? Oh, man. Hey, look at that. I'm going super bullish. I didn't know. Anyway, right, with that being said, let's get into the content. Smash the like button to ban your time. If you haven't subscribed, do so. But oh man, I keep doing that. It's when I do videos, I change it around. Hold on a second. We're doing that again. There we go. Right, someone say September. Someone say the best September we've had ever. Someone said 2-bit was right and everyone else was wrong. Anyway, yeah, look at this. 8.37%. September is absolutely playing out very well indeed, actually. Very well indeed. And yeah, we're pretty bullish on what that looks like. We called it. We said, we've been saying this all, well, pretty much for the end of August, actually, that I thought September was certainly going to play out a little bit more favorable. And look, it certainly turns out that it is. Well, man, the XL Mafia are coming out strong. Osm's bringing like the army with him. What's going on, bud? Vern's in the house. What's going on, Vern? Welcome. Marty's in the building. Good to see you, pal. Welcome. Dreams, Future Hope. Man, there's absolute legends in the house. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Don't forget, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, definitely recommend it. We live stream 6 days a week, keeping it fresh, keeping it real. You know how things are. Anyway, Diamond says, hey, 2-bit crew. Austin, we should definitely hook up some sort of space at some point. I'm down for jumping in a space, or even just like we could do like a live stream. That'd be cool to kind of catch up. It's been a minute. So there doesn't seem to be many left of us now on the whole YouTube scene. So yeah, we should definitely get together. Anyway, 2-bit, you still selling everything next month? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so, but who knows? I mean, I did talk about this yesterday, and we'll dive a bit deeper into the charts in a minute, but I did talk about the potential of what this could mean. Obviously, the 30-year treasury, the 10-year treasury, how this is playing out, and what that therefore could look like furthermore into the back end of this market. Look, I'm close, all right? I'm close to saying that we'll roll over into 2026. I think there's a couple of things we need to see play out first and foremost. But right now, bullish on September for sure. Well, I'm going to be careful, Holmes, because the last 2 nights I've said anything about that particular topic, TikTok has flagged me. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Timid, not a lot of us left it. Yeah, everyone, exactly, Awesome. It's wild, isn't it? It's crazy. Anyway. But yeah, we're keeping it strong, holding it down. You know how it is. You know how it is. Do that as an exit plan for his previous exit plan. Tomato, you've got to be versatile in this market. Got to be prepared to move on the groove. Right, anyway, TikTok, I forgot I was going to show you this. Right, there you go. Look at this. September playing out pretty optimistic as well. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on in the charts. Then we'll get into a little bit of everything and anything. I think someone did a song about that at some point. But anyway, 117,440. Now, a couple of people were messaging in the Discord like, oh, like what happened? Like BTC took a bit of a dump. Again, just really quickly, what was this kind of wick down? Now, it's interesting when you start to break some data down. So again, in the Discord, I actually posted the pre-markets for ETFs, which is something I've been tracking now for most of the week, just to kind of get a flavor for what they're doing. And look, the sentiment, by the way, was very good on ETFs. Again, we saw BlackRock buy nearly 1,300. We see Fidelity coming in, but there was one obvious move. So in the pre-market, ARK21 actually were buying Bitcoin. This flipped in the last 45 minutes. So we saw that big capitulation. So ARKB, a couple of people are asking like what it is. Basically, the ARK21's ETF sold BTC in about the last hour or so. So they actually pivoted 700 Bitcoin. Again, worth thinking about that. As you then see a little bit of capitulation coming out of these, I don't think it really matters. BlackRock still strongly buying, and this continuation of this, albeit yesterday, 50 million out, it's not the end of the world. Do you know what I mean? I think that was way more to do with earlier in the day with pre-Fed rates as opposed to, you know, post sort of the decision that came back in. But, you know, very much kind of playing out. And this is why we saw this little sort of sell-off here. On the macro, I really, really don't think it's a big deal. The chart still looks very good. This kind of head and shoulders pattern playing out very, very obviously as well. And I think this is kind of good news. So you have to kind of discredit this bit here, but the head and shoulders, head, and then, you know, shoulder and shoulder. So this is kind of playing out pretty well. The next question, though, is what happens next? And there's a couple of key things to think about. There's a couple of key macro levels to walk through. But worth noting here, this is a bullish setup. So again, 68 here on the RSI MACD joint tracker. This actually looks pretty favorable. One to watch is this is just ticking between up and downtrend. Now, I know that sounds crazy that I'm like basically saying, well, it might go up and it might go down, which I mean, technically is true, but you've just got a little bit of conflicting data, which we just need to watch out for. So, you know, this kind of obviously is trending RSI MACD, which is a little bit of a lagging indicator. This is tracking EMAs, SMAs, MAs, and all the rest of it, and then sort of aggregating that into a chart that kind of gives us a bit of a view. So as it stands at the minute, I am still very much optimistic on the market. I think this weekend could be pretty interesting. I think success would be to not dump. By the way, a total market of 4.05 trillion is also a pretty good news story as well. So overall market sentiment felt very, very good. So I guess the question therefore is what comes next? How do we then look at this? What do we sort of need to understand? This trend line, I think, for me is really, really important. And we've seen it on Solana, and we've also seen it with BNB, and we touched on this yesterday. We got the reversal here. So this is going to be a really bad line, all right? But again, this is kind of going to be, you know, you kind of get there. But that was the reversal with the retest that's coming in. I could draw a straight line, but I can't be bothered. And then what we've seen then is, you know, very strong support continuing on this. So we could get another retest, which would be around 117, maybe coming out of the weekend, which is why I'm saying, look, the weekend's probably going to be an important measure. This actually aligns perfectly. If you take this across at 117 as an example, this aligns perfectly to some of these key levels where we've, again, broke out from before. So you see back here where we consolidated at this line. And then, like I said, this became support again that we did it. So for me, this is a really important chart that's going to play out. Obviously, we'll have the full alpha report coming in the Discord later on. But for me, this is playing out pretty obvious within a range of relatively high volatility that sits within this. So I think this is going to be important. Now, there is an obvious thing to think about in the macro sentiment of where this market is. I think we see some more buying pressure coming in tomorrow, particularly around ETFs. But note this, we are seeing some strong moves on altcoins, which is good news. Sui, for example, nice breakout up 5%. BNB actually broke $1,000 today, which again is pretty interesting. And then you get things like NIA, absolutely now skyrocket. AVAX, and I've got some news to talk about this. If you got on this trade, by the way, congratulations. This is a great call. This was the price target I set, I'm going to say like 10 days ago. You can see his breakout perfectly then hits our price target with a retest and move. Again, put in the Discord alpha group that watch out for this break on this particular line, 31. I thought 30. Did I say 34 would come in? I can't remember what I said. Forgive me, everybody. AVAX is broken out and we talked about last night. If the US market opens strong, expect continuation on AVAX. We may even see 36 break to retest 41 resistance. So this could continue to 36 bucks easily on AVAX right now. So watch out for that. It's up 10% on the day. It's only only $1 away, actually, and playing out pretty good all in all, really. So, yeah. Did Rex load up on the seed for the... Yeah, it's live. It's literally live right now. So, yeah, they already did seed it. It's difficult to see where it was, but they did seed it. So, yeah. Will there be financial? Again, this starting to move, although you can look at the chart and you think it's an absolute piece of dog shit. I get that, but just keep your eye on it. Again, I was talking about this with Vern last night on TikTok. Go and research USD1. That's going to give you an idea as to why I am very much optimistic of where that's going to go. And then we'll talk about Pump Fund later on. This, again, may throw an opportunity before the next leg up. And then for anyone who's curious, here is the Hashdex ETF. Not Hashdex, what the hell am I talking about? The Rex Osprey ETF. It's super, super early, all right? Super, super early. And yeah, this is kind of worth noting. We'll touch on this a little bit more in just a second. Tim dropping the $20 donation says, 2-bit, please pull up the XCL. When you can, everyone like and subscribe. Let's get it. Hey, what's going on, TikTok? Hey, Dave, what's going on? Yeah, okay, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would recommend watching this or going to this. I went to it last night. So I went to the website to have a look at it, research it, see what's going on. But it was pitch black in the room. I just finished doing some recording. And, and I played the freaking video. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is kind of out there. So yeah, this is kind of where we are. Awesome, Austin dropping a $20 donation as well. Well, thanks everybody. Appreciate the 40 bucks, you legends. So yeah, Xceller, pretty interesting project. There's a couple of really key things to look at. Again, I actually have some content coming out about this, so I'm pretty optimistic about it. Earn ETH. Again, this is all about privacy and how you can protect your cryptocurrency where you go through this. So if you've ever heard of things like Tornado Cash or this is kind of the old school mixers that you've heard. This is like the new age of doing it right. And I really like what they're doing, in fairness. So again, I definitely recommend taking a look at what they're building. There's loads to it. Watch this in the dark by yourself as well. I highly recommend this in the dark. It's pretty interesting. But there's a ton of stuff going on with it. Like I said, I've got a full video coming out. I could drop it into members early, actually. So I might do that for you guys. But a couple of things that I think are worth noting. Zero knowledge proofs, I think is super bullish. Client-side proof generation, I think is very, very good as well. And then they also have decentralized relays and the forks formula, which basically is all of the untraceable transaction stuff. And the way they kind of do this, by the way, is that they're just going to dump everything into the liquidity, like nothing staying behind. The full token allocation is in there, immutable renounced contract, all the rest of it. So I think, look, it's definitely going to be a project to watch. I think it's got, if they deliver on everything they're saying they're going to deliver, this could be one that I think people will flock to in the bull market. Not financial advice, never is on this channel, but again, you can get daily reward on XCL tokens. Again, hold $100 worth. You're going to get those airdrops. Also, they're going to burn at the point in which the token generation event happens. And yeah, I mean, I think it's super bullish. There's loads of stuff going on here. I definitely will be looking into it. Again, this is me being as transparent as I can be. I personally haven't bought into it yet, but I certainly am probably in the world where I'm going to probably do something with it. Would I go all in? No, of course I won't, but definitely like it. I like what they're doing. And yeah, go and watch this video, by the way. Let me just drop this link in the chat so you guys can go and see it. And if you are in, like I said, if you are in the premium Discord, if you want to become a channel member, you can, and you get access to that. I actually have done a full breakdown, pros and cons as to why I think this is good. And then we'll do a full contract analysis as well. But yeah, looks pretty interesting. Bits Blaze in the house. What's going on, buddy? So yeah, I like it. And obviously then you've got the XCL Mafia coming in fresh as well. So yeah, you're calling Tim out for a super chat battle off. Thank you for the donos though. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Appreciate that. But yeah, check it out for sure. Highly recommend it. Okay, good. Anything else worth noting on here? Brett on an absolute rampage today, which is kind of good news. Some solid push up to the upside. Actually, the old meme coin market's kind of not going too wild, but look, still looks pretty solid. couple of other coins worth noting. XCN had a move. If you haven't seen that series, 1,000 coins to hold for this bull market. Go and check that series out live on YouTube. Definitely worthwhile. That talks about XCN and why I'm good. And then Jupiter finally waking up as their lend protocol and borrowing infrastructure starts to move up as well, which is kind of good. So yeah, all good news. Very, very, very good news in the markets, I think, today. Albeit it hasn't been super crazy. It's still been pretty solid. What do you think ETH will hit 5K? I mean, look, the chart's playing out pretty well. We probably need a bit more momentum. Is it going to be next week? You know, maybe. Maybe. Nemo Blades, what's going on, pal? Welcome to you. 1,000 coins to hold. Yeah, not in this literal sense. Romeo, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to you as well. Patricio, Wormhole is going to the moon. Yeah, did you tell me about that the other night? Maybe you did. Anyway, can't remember. Right, what's everyone else saying? Nemo dropping a 20 bang. Oh my God, you guys are absolutely going crazy tonight. Thank you so much for the 20. Bullish on you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for being you. Hey, Nemo, I appreciate that, man. I think it's the Ozam Austin effect. Not going to lie. Not gonna lie. Morpheo pumped as well today. Yeah, a couple of the whole DeFi started to move as well. So, right. What is Titan of Crypto telling us? Look at this. Bitcoin cycle tops and bottom. History is suggesting that there is still room for the final explosive run before the cycle tops out. The question is, where is the cycle going to top out? In fact, let's put a poll out. We haven't done a poll for a while. When does the cycle finito finish? 2025. It's going to be the most basic poll in the world. 2026. There we go. Let's see what you all think. Follow XRP now. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I think, thought XRP would get a big move on today. Not so much. We'll see how it plays out. FYI, by the way, if people are freaking out about the fact that it's dumping on that ETF, I wouldn't particularly worry about it. The Hashdex one did exactly the same and then skyrocketed, as did pretty much most of the Bitcoin ones as well. So, you know, worth noting. But yeah, Titan of Crypto here, definitely giving us a view that we are in a nice, solid uptrend and they will continue to move to the upside. He's not the only one. When you start to double down on this, Bitcoin liquid supply hits a new all-time high. What does this mean? We've talked about this before. Basically, that more Bitcoin than ever is locked away. And you have to kind of understand ETF, treasury companies, etc. They're in it for a longer term. I mean, look, I know some, I mean, Kathy Wood, let's be fair, will dump anything if she thinks she can make more money somewhere else. But generally in the whole, you know, idea that you're going to see this move. And I don't know if you guys caught the Michael Saylor interview today where he talked about the fact that he is in discussions with banks and everything about how they, you know, how they kind of play on this and why they should be getting into the crypto market. This is just telling us exactly what we know and equally what's important, which is basically lots of banks are holding lots of cryptocurrency and equally they're going to be making sure that they're absolutely dialed in. So good news if you were to ask me. No real movement on the ETH treasury front. That all stayed pretty quiet. But on the altcoin front, Avalanche now starting to wind up. Okay, so Avalanche building the rails for global payments with PayPal is live on Avalanche through the Layer Zero Labs, which they've been doing some pretty crazy stuff recently, Layer Zero Labs. I feel like, and I don't know where I put this. Hold on a minute. I feel like Layer Zero have got an airdrop coming. Could someone, let me just have a look. I'm trying to put not a nonsense newsletter together, but actually a newsletter that might be worth reading. And I was researching some stuff today, and I feel like Layer Zero was in it for an airdrop. Where is it? But maybe not. Maybe not. I can't find it now. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. I'll have a look at it. But yeah, I feel like it is. Anyway, I'll get that out to you guys. It's going to be pretty cool. They'll have some airdrops that you can take a look at, etc. But yeah, I feel like Layer Zero have got an airdrop coming. Again, if anyone can quantify that, then let me know, but I'm not sure. But yeah, PYUSDO will be the new evolution of PayPal USD, a permissionless omni-chain stablecoin with infrastructure provided by Paxos, which again is the PayPal infrastructure, and distributed via Layer Zero and transferred using Stargate Hydra. I mean, it literally sounds like some out of friggin' Star Wars. But anyway, sub-second finality deterministic settlement. And love these make Avalanche the chain where PYUSDO can power remittance, merchants, and everyday transactions. Finally, Avalanche is getting some good news. I mean, we've been talking about this for ages, but finally, Avalanche is actually getting some solid news. So yeah, good news. And then look, we expect this along with another couple of other ETFs coming tomorrow. This is going to be big news. So the move may come tomorrow. You're going to want to stay close to that. When you sow your seed, you might want to get a fully grown plant on the first day. It takes time. Exactly, Tomato Pete. Osmos says Paxos is what BUSD was supported with. It's legit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. US government partners with Wormhole and Python Network to publish GDP PCE data on the blockchain, boosting Wormhole's 32% price surge in August. Nice. Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that. Tommy, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. First quarter 2026, JJ's bullish. You think we could potentially see a $1 H bar by year end? Year end's a bit of a push. Could we see a $1 H bar? Maybe. I mean, it's had a decent run today, actually. What was it doing today? H bar 2.5%. We said it was going to move. That was another call we did. When do you think? Oh, I said that, didn't I? When do you think ETH will hit 5K? Anyway. So yeah, this is going to be interesting, by the way. It looks like Grayscale's GDLC, which is obviously their big kind of altcoin fund, is probably the best way of putting it, will be uplisting to the New York Stock Exchange and converting into an ETF tomorrow. It will also be changing its name to track CoinDesk Index. Now, if you don't see what's coming, I don't know what to tell you, right? I just don't know what to tell you. You've got some crazy news happened over the course of the last couple of days, which I think is all aligning to exactly what we've been talking about, which is the listing of a number of ETFs. We're going to see Bitcoin ETFs, you're going to see XRP ETFs, you're going to see Solana ETFs, and it's obvious that they're coming as well. Super obvious, if you ask me. It is a big day tomorrow with more ETFs. Again, we're seeing further ETFs for Bitcoin, etc. Grayscale CEO Peter Mintzberg announced Grayscale's digital large cap fund has been approved for public listing and will trade under the SEC's recently approved generic listing standards. That was approved less than 24 hours ago. Like, do you understand how crazy this market's moving right now? The new product will be the first multi-crypto asset exchange traded product featuring Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. And again, James Seffert there announcing that GDLC will list on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, I think, and bear in mind, by the way, lots of ETFs get listed on a Friday. Loads of the Bitcoin ETFs got listed on a Friday. Loads of the Ethereum ETFs got listed on a Friday. We could see one of two things tomorrow, right? I'm just going to be dead honest, right? I'm going to be dead honest with everybody. We could see one of two things. We could see like craziness tomorrow, which will just be listing after listing after listing. All these ETFs are coming in, like Solana ETFs. And I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility when we talk about something in a minute, but they could all come out and do that. Equally, we could get nothing burger and everyone will just going to be really pissed going into the weekend. We'll have to wait and see. But the reality is, there is a demand like never before. $24 million were traded on the Rex Osprey ETF in the first freaking 90 minutes. You can't deny that. So, yeah, this could all play out pretty favorably in the long term. But that's not all. When we talk about ETFs, we talk about this. Poland's Warsaw Stock Exchange listed their first ETF, giving investors exposure to Bitcoin. Man, people still think the market's cooked and we're going to zero. What's an ETF, bro? Basically, it's called an exchange-traded fund. So what happens is, it's almost like a protected investment portfolio where you buy shares in a fund that holds crypto. So you don't directly buy the cryptocurrency asset. So for example, a Bitcoin ETF will hold a set amount of Bitcoin, but you buy the shares within that. It still tracks the price of it, but you're offered a little bit more protection. It's governed under the securities markets, etc. So if the fund were to collapse, you have a little bit more protection than if you were to buy Bitcoin and you got hacked or it went to zero, basically. So they're a way of Wall Street getting into the markets, albeit, big capital funds, wealth, whatever it is, can buy into it. But they're generally seen as a slightly newbie way to get into the market while offered a little bit of protection. If you think about Wall Street, they're not going to go degen buying, ass crack with $50 million. They're going to want a little bit more protection in the market. So DC BTC going on a bull run, as they say. I mean, we've been trending very aggressively since 2022, really. So yeah, the question now isn't whether BTC is going to go on a bull run. The question is, when does the bull run end? Because it will all come to an end at some point. That's the big question. The debate tonight is it 2025 or 2026? Currently, 68% of our viewers currently on YouTube believe it's 2026. Interesting. With institutional money coming in through ETFs, it's not ending. I mean, that's true. And like we said, more and more companies buying more and more Bitcoin. So, yeah. Now, this is where it could all fall to pieces, though, by the way. This is the Pump Fund buybacks. Now, you guys know that I've been talking about Pump Fund. Again, complete transparency. I don't own any. I actually decided to go into World of Bit Financial versus Pump Fund. But you can't deny an opportunity if an opportunity were to jump up and give you a big sloppy kiss on the chops. The reality is that it's now past over $100 million in buybacks. This is freaking crazy. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, the whole pump fund ecosystem is really starting to take off again. So if the market continues moving and we see more and more people doing this, Soulmate managing $300 million Solana treasury in the UAE, then this could start to go pretty crazy, right? This could start to really, XRP's in the building. This could start to really generate a ton of revenue that they put back into the markets. And then all they would have to do, they could tweet out and say that we are going to apportion 10% of the buyback value and put it into revenue share, which basically means if you're a holder, you're going to get a proportion of it. This thing would king skyrocket like you won't believe. Like, you would see craziness. And the chart actually doesn't look terrible. It is on a little bit of a pullback right now at 7.7. It's consolidating pretty well at this kind of 7.7 range. If the market comes with us tomorrow morning, which I think it should, and I think it will, and I think we could open the door for some ETFs tomorrow, then I think Pump could be a pretty interesting player. Do I think it's going to go to, $10? No, right? I think you could easily get a nice, you could get maybe a 3 or 4x out of this, potentially, but I definitely think we could be in a pretty good move. What's going on, Fairground? Good to see you, man. Don't forget, everybody, do smash the like button if you are brand new to the channel as well. Hit that subscribe button. We talk about cryptocurrency every single day, keeping you dialed into the market. We've got 135 people in the stream tonight. Shout out to you guys. And we've got like 48 people here on TikTok as well. So we're getting there. Do you know what I mean? We're getting there. We're cruising. So yeah, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe. If you want to become a channel member, by the way, get access to our premium Discord. Link is in the description. And become a subscriber here on TikTok as well. Gets you access. It's a couple of bucks a month. It's highly worth it, in my opinion. Anyway, hope I got tickets for the... I don't even want to know that. Get out of here, Lauren Bab. What the hell? It's a good job. Your dad's on this one. Ha! Can someone say crypto prayer today for price action? I mean, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Okay, like we said, Soulmate managing 300 million. By the way, worth noting, this is $800 million worth of Solana that's been bought over the last 2 days. You look at the Solana chart and it's looking pretty crazy. Don't forget 7.25% staking with this. Look at this Sol chart right now, breaking out of this channel, looking great. Super bullish on where Solana's going. We got the retest that we looked at that came in, sort of back end of yesterday, and now we are starting to push out. A couple of key areas to think about. 260 break, 272 are probably the next two layers I'm looking at that could signal some really strong momentum. But volume is up there, trending. Very, very good news as well. So yeah, peekaboo, what's going on, Revved Up? Awesome says, gotta go pick up the twins. Appreciate you all. Let's go XCL Mafia. Awesome. And thank you for stopping by, my man. Definitely. I'll drop you a message on X or something. Let's hook something up, brother. It'd be awesome. And yeah, say hello to fam for me as well, man. Appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, appreciate the 20 as well. You're absolute legend. And it's like old times, isn't it? It's like rekindling a friendship that you forgot you had. So yeah, thanks, buddy. Drive safe. Catch you soon, yeah. Lauren said I've been good, and it's funny. I'm looking for. Move on quick. Anyway, move on quick. It's getting weird. Right. Talked about this. Coinbase. And I want to talk about why this is important, by the way, as well. Coinbase is now adding USDC lending with Morpheo, Steakhouse Financial. So again, a couple of people were asking or talking about Morpheo and that move. By the way, they're offering 12 freaking %. Are you kidding me right now? Now, you could look at this one of two ways. If you, and again, it's not financial advice, but think about it this way. If we were going to go into a bear market, if the markets were overcooked and Coinbase in a world of going, oh man, we might want to just dial back a little bit, they're not going to offer you 12% for USDC. No freaking way on this earth are they going to offer you 12%. Generally speaking, they're at 5. Therefore, Connor Price in the building, 5%. If they're offering nearly, well, I mean, it's not quite triple that, but it's a big old chunk. Then this is obviously them saying, well, look, we can turn your USDC deposits, because don't be naive, not just giving you random 12%. They can turn that USDC that you're going to send them into big, big money. And you only can do that when you've got crazy, crazy expectations of the market. So this on the surface isn't a big deal. All right, cool. Coinbase is going to, offer USDC deposits and rewards. Fine. All right. No dramas. The fact they're going to give you 12%, and I believe Mexi have gone to 10. I think Binance are at 10. Like, get out of here. People are getting pretty excited about what's coming. So yeah, and this obviously then playing out as we expect in the price of Bitcoin. So worth noting on there. So yeah, watch out for that. Coinbase, again, could be opportunity in the bear market. Let's not talk too much about bear market. 37's what I missed. Had to sort TikTok order out, get less hassle off Temu. It's all good. It's all good, 37. Hopefully XRP and Ethan Sol. Yeah, spent a bit of time watching the YouTube chat. I feel like the XCL is being forced by a few. I'm 50-50. Look, Calamari, you got to do your own research. Again, Go and check out the alpha calls. There's a full breakdown of which I've gone through in terms of good and red flags. So again, that's just going to give you a bit of a view. I actually have some content coming out about it as well. Check it out. There's a full kind of breakdown, a little bit of kind of it's not insider, but just a little bit of a view that's maybe not available to the public. We've got a full contract breakdown coming as well. So again, worth it. You know, be part of that group. Just become a channel member. It's definitely worth it. Anyway, what did I miss? Not a lot. Alvin's in the building. What's going on, Alvin? Mouse is here as well. Oh, man, everyone's bullish. Let's get it, everybody. Welcome in. But don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as well, you massive set of legends. Okay. So we've done the altcoin market. We've done XCL. Grayscale GDLC is going to change. Poland now going super bullish on BTC as well. Pump Fund's chucking $100 million back into its project. Good news. ETFs continue to look pretty crazy. And VChain, why is so many, am I missing something with VChain? I have to be missing something with VChain. Everyone's like super crazy bullish on that. V10 Power says, think I'm going to scoop up a bag of XRP. It's at 310, right? Well, it's just down a little bit, 309. By the way, long term, I don't necessarily think it's the worst decision in the world. My view is always the same though. Never buy on green candles. You will always get the opportunity to buy on a red candle. I think that's where a lot of people FOMO buy and just chill. I literally am sat on capital that I may deposit into the market. I don't know yet. We'll see. But if I get the opportunity to do it. But I mean, right now, here we go. Look, AVAX is pushing. See, I told you guys this. I called this morning as well. If anyone is on that trade, by the way, what time did I put this out? Chart to watch, AVAX. Yeah, look at that. 11 a.m., bruh. 11 a.m. I put that one out. So yeah. Anyway. Good job, Tim. They come in this chat, they think it's a bunch of amateurs here. Get out of here. Absolute chopper. Anyway, AVAX to $800. Come on, yeah, I hope so. I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. Which would be good. Ondo, yeah, Ondo's the one I'm debating right now. Whether do I or should I buy more Ondo? That is a debate that I'm having with myself. Again, we've talked about this before. Tokenized treasuries, $35 trillion could come into this. That would be pretty crazy if you ask me. So yeah. Keep an eye on Ondo. It's definitely one I'm debating as to whether I should get into some more of that. But yeah, we'll see. Curtis becoming a channel member. Welcome in. You absolute legend, Ian. Let me find you on the... see, I even have Discord open here so I can instantly move you in. There you go. Look. Bosh, you're in, Curtis. You are officially now green in the Discord and you now have access to the alpha calls, trade signals, and our chart bot as well, in which you can type all of your favorite projects in. It will generate you a chart and break down some key analysis for you. Check it out. If you go into the chart requests, you can see it all in there. Good. But yeah, welcome in. Thank you for that. Appreciate the support as well. Yeah, absolute legend, Curtis. Hero. Remember, 2bit only has £1.50 in crypto, 25p in dry powder. Exactly. Exactly that. Connor. Yeah, AVAX is good. AVAX. Yeah, you should be able to see it now as well. You definitely should be able to see it all. Mate, how high can Brett base go? Any indication? Yeah, Brett's been on a move today. Brett's up 8%. Now, let's just context Brett, though. It's got a little bit of mileage it needs to crack on with. So if you think its all-time high was around 23 cents, could it get there? Yes, it's got a long way to go, though. And do I see Brett, if I'm dead honest, do I see Brett as the big meme coin for 2025? The honest answer is no, I don't. Do I see maybe Pepe? Do I see Bonk? Could Pump Fund be one? Yeah. The trouble you've got with Brett, and it will always come back to this. Why haven't Coinbase listed it? Why haven't Coinbase listed it? It will always come back to that. And my view is then, okay. That doesn't say that it can't do a good job, by the way. It's up 10% today. It's all going to be about when you bought in, and it's all going to be about when you decide to sell on that one. But do I think Brett will be the biggest player this 2025? No, I don't. And I hate to be the person. Pudgy could do, yeah. And do you know what, though? The reason Pudgy would do very well is its IP rights. They obviously own all the IP rights. Lucanets is a crazy individual as well. So, if, they're doing all the right things, sponsoring rates, and it's dead easy in it. They don't need to sell the crypto side of it. They need to sell the IP side of it. So, yeah. Keep your eyes out for that. Sui, yeah, I got Sui at 279, so I'm super bullish on Sui right now. What about Say? Can it go 1.5 this cycle? I'm seeing more and more about Say, actually. Have we ever been in that? I don't think we've been in that, but yeah, could be one of those quiet builders that people just miss. All of a sudden, it's like, kaboom, it's there on the market. Big stablecoin market. The only thing I think it hasn't had is like a memes moves. But yeah, Toshi. Yeah, I mean, Toshi's listed on Coinbase. Is Toshi on Coinbase? Maybe it is. I can't remember. Can't remember, but yeah, Toshi could. One of them is going to go crazy. Optimistic about Render? Not really. Not really. But again, there's loads of coins out there, and you know you can't be optimistic about every single one of them. I don't believe, by the way, in having like 100 coins in the market. I think it's a bad way to do things. I want to get to this comment though that Craig put in. It says, Mike, I would distribute the rest of your funds into sand or give it to me, and I will. That seems like a great idea. Yeah, let's do it. Let's give Craig all our money so that he can invest it in sand. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Why not? Hey, why not? But yeah, Morpheo had a nice little move today. $261 million market cap. So you got to understand why this is. So for example, when we're looking at Brett as an example, I know you can't compare the two, right? I know you can't compare the two, but you look at Brett and then you look at Morpheo and you say, okay, it's got some good utility on the back of it. Clearly there's a bit of demand here. So, you know, then, you know, this could be a play. And when you look at this, it's definitely starting an uptrend versus, like we just talked about, Brett not really doing anything. But yeah. What's up, 2-Bit? How are you? Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, really good. Cody, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Kansas optimistic about Render. Is Fetch AI good AI coin? I mean, yes. We actually are in it in the investment fund. They just aren't delivering on what they keep promising. They're promising they're going to burn some tokens and they're not. It's all a bit quiet. It did have a move today, but nothing crazy. But yeah, I want to see that move. We're holding it down in the investment fund. It's actually killing us if I'm dead honest, but hopefully it starts to move a little bit. Hopefully starts to move. AIOZ moved as well today, which is kind of good. So yeah, hopefully we start to see that move up, which would be good. Doge has been going up 0.24, our volume over 5 billion. Yeah, I mean, Dogecoin ETF is now live, I believe. Again, you know, and when we talk about something like, Jasmine, yeah, I do want to get to Jasmine, actually. I do want to talk about Jasmine. When we talk about Brett, you know, you've got to be in that place where you think that there are just other coins that I think have got a bit more hype, a bit more kind of motivation around them. Look, by the way, I don't think Brett's a bad player. I just don't think it's going to be one of those like super crazy ones that are going to be, you know, like getting super bullish, in my opinion, anyway. But yeah, Jasmine, if you just go onto X, by the way, type Jasmine, there's loads of stuff coming in for this. I don't know if you've seen it. Hara's been doing all sorts of crazy like AI stuff and like all sorts of crazy like videos and stuff that's coming out. It feels like it's starting to get a little bit more exciting. There's a few more videos, few more kind of stuff coming out that I think are going to be pretty interesting. So yeah, keep your eyes on Jasmine. I'm still holding Jasmine down. I'm still in that. It is one of my lower end bags, but again, it's holding this lower support. So right now I'm cool with Jasmine. Like it needs to push up though. And you can see this range that it's doing. This is once again playing out pretty obvious. If we can see, you know, this kind of next move up to the break, and then we see this line come across, Jasmine might break out. We need to see it above here though. 1914. That's what I'm looking for. 1914. Break above that is sort of where I want to get to. So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll see what that looks like. Hopefully we get there. Craig, welcome in. Welcome in. Like the little coin next to your name. By the way, you get little emojis. I don't know if you guys have seen, but you can, yeah, you can get it. And then boom, there you are, Craig. You are officially in the Alpha VIP section. Welcome in. The red carpet is out for you, sir. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. Vincent, what's going on, pal? Oops, what did I miss? Did 2-Bit do too much winning dance? Maybe we ain't there yet, but I'd love to see that. A winning dance. I'm only ever going to do that on TikTok, by the way. XLM. Yeah, XLM. We talked about XLM. I think definitely could have some good opportunities. I think we've got the whole ISO thing to go as well. Look at this, just in, by the way. S&P 500 closes at a new all-time high of 6631. If you haven't watched my recent update video, and by the way, I am really working hard in terms of the quality that comes out, just in terms of the videos. So we're editing the full video and we're trying to get some proper good, you know, good stuff. But I would definitely recommend going and watching this video here. This one here, look, 9 hours ago, when the Fed cuts rates, there's a 100% chance that this is happening. Go and watch that. It's really important as to kind of what should play out now over the next 12 months, which is where I would allow myself to go into 2026. But go and watch this video. Definitely worth your time. And it'll talk about something that's really important based on the ETFs. Based on the rate cuts and what that could mean for the markets. But yeah, S&P 500 is rallying like an absolute mother trucker, which is great. Man, what is live? And that is a hard choice. It's whether you want UK or USA in it. Do you know what I mean? It's fine. Just go buy another phone. Sam said, thoughts on Veracity? Yeah, It's okay. I'm just not down for kind of the old school 2021, 2022 coins. I think new shiny coins will do well unless they've got some crazy utility that sits behind it. John Shaw, what's going on, buddy? Always correct says, can you please add me to the VIP? Absolutely, 100%. Once I see your name go green, you're in. You are in, my friend. Not a problem at all. You can join our Discord, by the way. The Discord is totally free. You can get in there. Again, you've got moonshots. You've got some meme coin calls. All my YouTube content, some news that's aggregated from many different sites, all posted into our Discord as well. So you can absolutely get in there. If you want access to trade calls, alpha alerts, new coins, we're going to get an airdrop section going in there as well. Then you need to become a channel member. It's literally about $6 a month. It's like, that's it. I mean, trust me, it's way worth it in my opinion. Anyway, Craig says, and this includes all the extras and invites to Discord, Telegram. Yeah, so Craig, if you'll notice, you now, if you go on Discord, you should have 5 more channels that you have access to, which includes the chart bot as well, which you can ask it to run a chart, and it's going to run it for you in the chart requests. And you also have our trade signals that are daily updates on the markets, all the rest of it. So yeah, check it out. Send me 1 ETH and I'll send 2 ETH back. Get out of here, Johnny. Optimism. I mean, don't get me wrong. Their bridge, yeah. The network, great. Is it going to be some sort of crazy? No, it's not. That's my opinion anyway. Jim flip back and forth between the background. No, 70% comes to me, Craig. 70% of it comes to me. So it's not that bad. When with donos, it's like 50%, but the membership's like 70-75%. So yeah, that's fine. It's fine. And obviously over time, then you want to transition it where it'll become. So I want to build a new website, which will then do the same thing over there as well. But for now, let's just build a great community out in the Discord. We're at like 160 members or something like that, I think, right now. So, but yeah, you get access to that. So check it out. Check it out. Tibbet sending me a test. Yeah, imagine. Can I send you a coupon? Get out of here. Anyway. Right, that is the S&P 500. Let's just keep an eye on BTC rallying back up again, following this chart that we've been talking about. So yeah, good news here on the 4 hour as well. So BTC showing some strength right now, which is great to see. The debate will always be tomorrow. Now, a couple of things to think about. Anyone remember what's coming tomorrow? Anyone at all? Anyone at all know what is in tomorrow? Pretty big deal. It's one of Craig's favorite countries, I think. It's one of Craig's favorite countries. Surprise on XRP's lack of the rally. Wait till tomorrow. Don't forget, we said this, didn't we? We said Rex Osprey, albeit will be the first to the market. It's just not a big name. So unless you're in the markets like we are, we're dialed into what's going on with XRP. We're Bank of Japan. So the interest rate decision for the Bank of Japan is tomorrow. So watch out for that. That could be interesting. I don't think it's going to be super crazy macro, but you know, it could be interesting. They did actually tick up. They did actually tick up last time, I think. I think so, anyway. Tim's still waiting for the money from everybody from my phone. Shut up. So yeah, I think the Bank of Japan's currently at 0.5%. Can someone? I don't know if someone can verify that, but I think it is. And their expectation, I believe, is flat. Their CPI ticked up a little bit because of tariffs, but they did obviously get that data back through, and they did actually agree what that looks like. The only thing they didn't do very well was obviously they kicked off a little bit and sort of went into battle with Trump. But I think that they will hold it. I think they'll hold at 0.5%. I do think they'll cut next time, but I think they'll probably hold it. It is 0.25, perfect. So yeah, I think they hold this time. I think they could cut next time. I don't think it makes a big difference, by the way. What you don't want to do is see it going up, all right? We don't want to see Japan's going up. Remember, the Japanese inflation data was 0% for ages. Then it ticked up. That unwound the carry trade. That's why we saw that massive sell-off in the market. So it's fine if it stays the same or goes down. What you don't want to see is it go up, all right? We don't want to see inflation going up because that means then they will inject capital, which means it will devalue the yen, which then means that it will become cheaper to trade in the yen than it will become to trade in the dollar because the dollar's still at obviously 4%. And the DXY, by the way, actually did take a small uptick today, 0.3. So this is strengthening the dollar. So that's kind of how it plays out. So we don't want to see it go up, which I don't think we will, by the way. No change to the Bank of England. True. Did you see the ECB had to sell off some treasuries because of the company they thought was going to get done for fraud or something? It's like, what the hell? What they'll do at market open, which will probably be probably like 1 a.m. UK time. I think is like their market open. Maybe that's a Nikkei, isn't it? Hong Kong. I think, is it the Shenzhen exchange? I think it's going to be about, I think it's the early hours of the morning UK time. So probably like late night US. I don't know where you are. I think it's between like 4 and 5 UK time. Something like that anyway. But yeah, we'll see. Thoughts on 4.9 trillion in stock and ETF options expiring tomorrow? I just don't think it makes a big difference personally. I think it's a big myth when people say that, because as much as they're expiring, people are just going to put them back in again. So I think it's a big myth personally. But yeah, that's just my view. I don't believe we've ever seen. I don't think we've ever really seen any kind of big spikes on the back of it. Like we saw some the other day, and it was like, oh, you know, expectation is we're going to dump, and there's like $3 trillion. It's like, nah, it's fine. It's fine. We saw like the same number, like I think it was like last Friday, there was like a huge amount that sold off, but yeah, I just don't think it makes a difference really. All that generally happens is it creates less volatility in the market. Yeah, you could see a bit of, you know, I guess if you had loads of longs or puts, I think it is it puts or calls? I can never remember. Maybe you get a little bit of pain on the back of it, but yeah, I don't necessarily think it's a big deal. Don't necessarily think it's a big deal, but yeah, we'll see. Don't forget, by the way, there is a Marbit AMA tonight as well. It's going to be about 15 minutes just to give you guys a bit of an update. Yeah, just to give you guys a bit of an update as to what's going on. So do make sure you are in there. It's 10:30. It's literally half an hour after this stream. It's 45 minutes. It's going to be a quick update and give you guys a little bit of kind of what's coming, etc. So if you are interested, make sure you're in there as well. That's going to be worth your time. Okay, good. If you guys want to take a look at anything, we can take a look at stuff. I haven't really got anything super crazy going on, but yeah. My people are taking the mickey out of my name. Do me a favor and light me up. Why are people taking the name? You still have a coin by your name, Craig. What? Obi, so do you. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why everyone's just having a moment, Craig. Ignore them. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Get out of here. It's in the Marbits Telegram. In the Marbits Telegram, so make sure you guys are in there. Good. Get the popcorn ready for the US, for the Japan news. I mean, yeah, Griff Nash, maybe. I don't necessarily think it's going to be a big deal, by the way, but I mean, I guess it could come out of the blue and they could raise rates, which would be a bit like, ooh, where did that go? Yeah, in the TG. So in the Marbits Telegram, which I think most of you are in. So yeah, get in there. Is anyone looking at PDR gold? I get a buy order ready for 3:30, hoping for the wick down. Ooh, interesting. Who asked me about that? Someone messaged me about that. It's not a DeFi one though. Is it a coin? Do we need to go coin market cap? Neocoin seems to be making. Yeah, Neocoin's having a great time. Look at this, by the way. This was the Solana meme coin list. Look how crazy this list is. Holy shit! Tell you what, if you'd have done well to get in that. Alpha calls. This one, yeah. 2 cents. Oh, have I seen this before? Vern, have you talked about this before? It's down 62% overall. Yeah, probably not for me, really. But yeah, Neocoin has been doing pretty well, in fairness. Neocoin has been sending it. By the way, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, click that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing. And equally, massively helps out. And also, if you can find the little thumbs up on YouTube, by the way, I think we're just about to break nearly 1,000 views on tonight's stream. So shout out to everybody. Crypto Vern is on YouTube. Vern, you need to get in the you need to get in TikTok. XRPs is here. And yeah, and we've got, 50 odd people here on the TikTok live as well. So shout out to everybody tuning in, by the way. Appreciate it. I need to go sleep. Catch you all tomorrow. Obi, come on, bro. You need to get into the Marbits Telegram. Okay, I'll record it. For you guys. I'm thin because I'm not in the green. Oh, yeah, but I can make you in the green, but it's because you're a moderator, Craig. That's why. That's why, bro. Although I think, yeah, it's why. It's because you're a mod. That's why you're in blue. And green's obviously channel members. So yeah, there you go. Right. Okay. We talked about that. Talked about that. Talked about that. We've done that. Done that. Done that. Done Jasmine. I don't think there's anything too wild going on there. So yeah, if you guys have got any coins you want us to take a look at, anything that's anything that you would like us to review, then let me know. We can take a look at it for sure. And yeah, give my view on it. Like I said, not really anything too wild going on in the rest of the market. Obviously, BNB breaking 1,000 is a pretty big deal. We touched on that earlier on. Back at 988, but look at this freaking chart on BNB. Like, holy smokes. This is a key line for us, but yeah, really starting to just super send in price discovery right now. So yeah, BNB, I mean, people think it could do 115. It'd be pretty wild if it could, but yeah, pretty nice move there on BNB. Daniel says, well, yes, we just talked about it here. I mean, personally, I wouldn't invest in it, only because I'll tell you why. Volume is declining. Market cap is declining. It's actually down over the year. It's very marginal over the day, and it's down on the week. So trend is pretty naff on this one. Now, it's on Binance, outside of Binance. I mean, it's on Binance and Coinbase. It's still going crazy. Like, when did it launch? Back in 2021. See, this aligns to kind of my theory that I just don't know if 2021 coins are the big thing anymore. I don't think they are. That's just my view. Doesn't mean, by the way, that some things can't go crazy, but it's not really for me. Thanks for your advice on Veracity. Do you think Phantom is dead and Will There Be Financial is a... No, so and I guess I probably should say to people that, I mean, I don't think I flipped on Will There Be Financial, but my advice to anybody that is either thinking about getting to Will There Be Financial or has bought it is go and research USD1 and what that is going to do. Because when you look at exchanges, you look at perp decks, and you look at all the rest of it they're going to try and do, for me, Will There Be Financial is definitely going to be one to keep an eye on. Do I see it going absolutely crazy and being a $50 coin? No. Could I see it being 75 cents, 80 cents? Yeah, that's a free X. All right, I'm cool with that. And I think, look, no investment is never safe, particularly this crypto market, but you've got a coin there backed by the President of the United States. All right, he's literally on the board of founders. It's not going to go to freaking zero, I don't think, anyway. So, yeah, I am very much optimistic about Will There Be Financial. I did buy some. I definitely sort of said to people that I was looking to get in. People do think I flipped on that, though, and that I was super bearish and said it would go to zero. I didn't think I did, but maybe I did. What do you think of Casper? What do I think of Casper? I am overly disappointed with Casper. I think it's fair to say. I was talking to Alvin about this earlier. Me and him were having a catch up. I'm overly disappointed with it because A, you can't mine it because it's no longer profitable, which is like super annoying. And it's not really doing much. If you think altcoins today, and the measure I take is, by the way, total 2 is at 0.7, Casper's at 0.66. So it's behind the average mean of the market move. Now, does it have some crazy stuff coming? Maybe. It feels like it's meant to have had some crazy stuff coming for the last 6 months, and nothing's really happened. As in KASPA, when I look at AVAX as an example, Aerodrome Finance as an example, all these coins that we were talking about 6, 8, 12 months ago are all now moving. Casper just is a bit disappointed. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's where I'm at. Dave, what's going on, buddy? Good night, all. Thanks to you, hey, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Take care. Yeah, that's my view on it. For those prices, what's your top 5 for gains this cycle? Man, depends what you saying from now, or where do I think my personal best gains are going to come from, the coins I've already got? That's the debate. Do I think from now? TMN, what's going on, buddy? Why can't you mine? No, you can mine it. You can mine it. It's just not profitable to mine it. I mean, even at like super crazy electricity prices, it's not great to mine it. So, yeah, the problem with us in the UK, Craig, is our electricity costs are ridiculous. So mining is incredibly challenging. But from these prices, what's your top 5 for gains this cycle? Okay, from right now, what coins do I think are going to do the biggest moves? Okay, that's a fair point. So I definitely think AVAX is in there. I think Aerodrome. By the way, I forgot to tell you this. I am tangent. I'll come back, I promise. There might be an airdrop on Aerodrome Finance. I will definitely get you this into the alpha report and equally into the premium Discord when I confirm this. There is a rumor going around right now that Aerodrome Finance holders can get an airdrop on the potential new base chain coin. More of that to follow. I will let you guys know. But yeah, worthwhile thinking about. I think Ondo could be a good one. So I think AVAX, Ondo. I think what else do I think could do very, very well? Pepe, I've got to be honest. I think Pepe could do some pretty good moves as well. And yeah, I mean, yeah, probably there. Maybe H bar as well. I like H bar, to be honest. Swiftcoin and XCN. I mean, XCN's had a nice move today, by the way. Algo, yeah, I think Algo could do well. It had a big move. I think we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out in them ISO 222 when they do launch. But I think, yeah, I think we could be in for a pretty good solid move on that one as well. But I think all of those coins will do well. It's the debate is, are they going to go, you know, super, super crazy? We'll have to wait and see. Got into the Telegram. All right, you guys are there. Oh, yeah, Jesse's in there, look. Whee, everyone's getting in. Look, 35 minutes left to go. Chippy does love it. Shut up about SHX. I hate you guys about that. Myro. I mean, I mean, I'll look at it, but I am. Is this? Are you talking about the? Is this the Solana meme coin? Is it called Myro? MYRO. I did it wrong. Is this the Solana meme coin? Yeah. I mean, what's it at now? $25 million market cap. Holy crap! It's holding up then. But I mean, look at that. I mean, it's got. Let's just call a spade, everybody. I don't think that's going anywhere, personally. Why would you invest in that when you can go with something like Pump Fund or Bonk Fund that actually has revenue generation on the same ecosystem? Like, yeah. Zebek look chats and calls. Yeah, Zebek, we were talking about this last night on the Two Ben and Vern show. Yeah, I mean, look, Zebek's holding up in a decent range, by the way. It is a little bit under where you'd want it to push above. So you could argue, yeah, definitely in a lower range, but yeah. WorldCoins are 5x back to March highs. I reckon it could surpass. I mean, look, WorldCoin's got some crazy stuff. And don't forget, as the whole like ChatGPT thing continues to build out, then yeah, WorldCoin is definitely an option. I just can't be in a world where, you know, they were giving 50 coins away to get your iris scanned. Like, what the hell is that about? That is freaking wild. Anyway, all good fun, if you ask me. Man, I can't believe it's 5 to 10. We've been live like 57 minutes already. Jesus, where's that stream gone? Like, genuinely, where's that stream gone? Who would have known, by the way? Who would have known? Yeah. All bullish. All bullish. I have an eye on SHX. Tomato Pete. Sean, what's going on, pal? Probably. Sean, see you tomorrow, yeah? Better be good. Time flies when you're fun. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it really does. Really does. Well, do I even want to look at SHX? Am I just going to annoy myself? I'll look at it. Am I actually going to annoy myself? Oh, mate, come on, bro. What? Get away, Sean. SHX. Yes, 2.5%. Yeah, of course it is. I thought this was like a $200 million market. Oh, this is not the right one. This is definitely not the right one. It's definitely got more than 7K in liquidity. This one, right? Why is it being super weird? This is not the right chain. SHX. Okay, something's been. What am I looking at here? Why is SHX gone super weird? By the way, am I looking at something? Am I looking at something different here? Am I having a little marginal meltdown? By the way, what am I looking at here, Tim? What's going on? Why is this not playing through right properly? Have they just rugged the liquidity out of Stronghold? Imagine that. That would be like the craziest thing in the world. It's been super weird. Look, click on this. Liquidity 2.0. It must be Dex being super weird. Look, it must be Dex has been super crazy. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. It looks like just the Dex stores have been a bit crazy. Hey, to be had a meeting with my bank. Just gave me the fast forward news on what I missed. AVAX is moving. Altcoins are on the move. ETFs are about to go crazy. XRP Rex Osprey has launched. Price not moving too much. That's about it. 2 new channel members. That's pretty exciting. And there's a Marbits AMA in about 30 minutes. Will it be financial coin thoughts? Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm invested in World of Bit Financial. I think it's going to be good. Why SI, the XRP price not moving like that? Why is the XRP's price? Because I think everyone thought that the Rex Osprey ETF would be crazy and that they would go out and buy billions of dollars worth of XRP. I still think it'll be fine, by the way. I mean, markets are closed right now. So we'll see what it does tomorrow. I mean, it was pretty volatile. It launched at $25.73. And it's now at $25.75. But they all did the same. iBit did it. Hashdex did it. They all did exactly the same. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I don't think it's the craziest thing. We just need to see. It's traded for 1 day. And it's a relatively small company that have launched it. So I think tomorrow you're going to get GDLC that will move to an ETF that has XRP in. You could start to see a little bit more momentum tomorrow, definitely. I think the market needs to come with us though, right? We don't need a big dump arena. There's nothing really that I can see that would push the market aggressively down tomorrow. And even if it does, I'd be looking for a retest at 116 on this trend line. So as long as we don't break that trend line, I think we're pretty good, personally. But yeah, that's my view anyway. I don't think we see a 295 XRP anymore. Ooh, XRP's, I love it. I love it. 310. I mean, look, what's 290? So 295 puts it back in the range. I'm probably aligned to agree with you for the moment. I mean, this is a really good structure breakout on XRP, and it's actually at the upper range as well. So if you take this kind of support level that we've seen, then it's actually a pretty nice level. And by the way, if you take it from an ETF, God, that's all I've talked about tonight. If you take it from the fib, look at this, the 382 at 307. So XRP, I think, is playing out pretty well, personally. So yeah, watch out. Turbo. What is Turbo doing right now? Man, it's up 6.5%, 300 million. How did they just not make it work on Coinbase? I don't understand. My batch says XRP never seems to move no matter how bullish the news is. I mean, it did go from 50 cents to $3.80 or whatever it was. That's a pretty big move. People just want it to move. Like, people want the bull market to go insane tomorrow, but yeah. Again, if it's holding up, then it's fine. You know, you don't want kind of craziness. Remember, some people just dump everything, but yeah, I mean, Turbo, I just think they dropped the ball. They got listed on Coinbase and then delisted on Coinbase. That's not a good idea, personally, but yeah, hopefully. I mean, I'm not invested in it, so I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say this, but I don't really care. But yeah, maybe it gets a good news story. Look at this: Michigan advances the HB 4087 first U.S. state bill mandating a 10% Bitcoin allocation for state coffers as strategic reserve clears House committee per the Bitcoin laws. Let's get it. It's pretty big news, isn't it? That is pretty big news. There we go. Look. The bill amends the Michigan Management and Budget Act to establish guidelines for strategic Bitcoin reserve by allowing the state treasury to invest up to 10%. How much is in the Michigan state treasury? Anyone know? Anyone know? How much is in the Michigan state treasury? Let's have a look. See what's in it. Just out of curiosity. Look at XRP like playing big battles. I couldn't find a recent reliable source. It says something, if you want, I could track down. Yeah. Track me the latest financial statement down. Can you look at Syrup, please? Man, are you still in that? Are you still in that? Have we talked about that before? I feel like that's been brought up. Syrup token. Here we go. Look, where's it at? Oh my God, it's nearly a $500 million market cap. What? Holy crap, that thing's looking crazy. I mean, 225,000 in volume. That's decent. I mean, look, it's holding a nice range right now. Is it going to move to the upside? I mean, you could start to see it. It's definitely in a little downtrend, though, so I would be a little bit mindful of that, by the way. So you're going to need to break something like 47.64, but, I mean, fair play, fair play. It's kind of rocking and rolling. Hold on a minute. There you go, TikTok. I'm just making sure. I'm about to drive, so I can't look at my phone. No worries, Nadar. Don't forget the sweat economy. Did we look at that? Did we look at that fairground and it was like down? Okay, here you go. Look at this. Total assets and equities in the common cash fund is around $26 billion. That was of September 30th, 2024. Demand deposits, $732 million. Investment at cost, $25.4 billion. Holy shit. They're going to allocate 10 freaking % of this. What? So the Michigan, this is the 2023-2024 report. The fiscal year investment at cost 25 million. Okay, I was going to say 26 billion. What the hell is that? So 25 million. Okay, so they're potentially going to put $2.5 million worth of BTC in. All right, that's not that crazy then. Okay, that's not that crazy. I thought it was going to be way crazier than that. Yeah, I thought it was going to be way crazier than that. Okay, that's fine. 2.5 million. Look, it's the sentiment that matters, isn't it? 2.5 million. We'll take that into BTC. That'd be fine. I'd be cool with that. Hi, Mobile. Gibbsy's in the building. What's going on, pal? What is good with you? Would I be buying more now? As in what, XRP or? I'll go when the rich want it. I mean, that's true as well. Long game wins fairground. That's true. How much hype will it get when it wants to go? Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see how these ETFs go. Oh, I think best. Do you mean XRP, Johnny? I don't know. Do you mean, or do you just mean in general? Do you mean buying something in general right now? Yeah. My view, by the way, is always buy on a dip. Don't buy on green candles. You'll always get an opportunity on a dip. Always, always, always. And I think that's something I learned back in 2021. In general, yeah, I mean, look, don't buy on green days. That's generally my view. I don't think this market right now is in a world where we're going to see like a 8% move on BTC tomorrow. When's the dip? I mean, that's the question for everybody, isn't it? Well, think about it. What needs to happen to play out? You could get a tariff announcement, which could be pretty tasty. You could get some weakening. I mean, we haven't got any sort of data to sort of suggest that we're going to see anything different. And while the S&P, I mean, the S&P 500 could see a sell-off. NASDAQ obviously is, not the NASDAQ, sorry. NVIDIA is having a few true troubles with China. So, you know, keep an eye on that for that. But it isn't really going to be, I mean, when are you going to start to see potentially something that's worth noting? It's going to be a while. I mean, new home sales, maybe Wednesday, 24th. That could potentially be a big push down. I mean, jobless claims actually came in bullish today, albeit people got it wrong. PCE comes in on the 25th. I don't think there's anything like super crazy right now that's all of a sudden just going to completely tank this market. But at the same time, you know, ETF outflows, BlackRock could dump $1 billion. Who knows? Like, you know, it is what it is. Got a job to keep up with the live streams. Yeah, you know, don't hold Pyth. We did hold it in the investment fund for a little bit, but not anymore. Not anymore. Right, we are getting close to the end of the stream. Don't forget, apparently someone's just invited me to go and co-host on their live. I am okay. Thank you very much. Don't forget Marbits TG 25 minutes. It's going to be a quick 15 minutes. It's not going to be like a super. I've got loads of stuff. I've got a meeting at 10:30 as well with someone important. No, it's not weird, by the way. It's not weird. It's crypto related. I just realized that could have been a bit weird. So we'll have to see. Craig puts a few hundred $2 on that margin. Get out of here. Get out of here. So yeah, anyway, so I do have a meeting about 10:30 with somebody. Immutable. What's Immutable doing right now? Is it? I mean, look, you've got to make the decision you think's right for you. Let me ask you the question. It's up 15% today, Johnny, right? Why do you want to buy it? Answer me the question. Why do you want to buy Immutable right now? Flat year on year. Its all-time high was $9.50. Holy shit. It's 91% down from its all-time high. Not buying today. Okay, fine. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably not a bad idea. Again, if it's doing something crazy, then fine. If it's not, then I'm not sure. It's up on the day. It's way up on the week. Holy crap. This thing's like absolutely skyrocketing right now, but it's still 300%. Sorry. It's still 91% down from its all-time high. But yeah, broke out a long downtrend line, 553 days of consolidation. Jesus. Thanks, Vern. Appreciate it, my man. You legend. What do you think of the meme coins unstable coin? I saw that at like 600k market cap, I think it was. Who's the meeting with? Can't tell you. It's the secret meeting, but it's with someone important. That's what I will say. That's what I will say. I told you guys. I am on it. Like, I am working hard to try and transition from the 9-to-5 traditional job into this. And, you know, and sometimes you got to connect with some good people. And I've got a meeting, I'm hoping, with a good person that that may be beneficial to, mutually beneficial. Let's call it that. So, yeah. Anyway, right. Smash up the like button, by the way. We're 88 likes. Yeah, it'd be great if we could hit 100 likes. Also, we're at nearly 30,000 likes on TikTok as well. So, shout out to everybody that's in there. So yeah, so with that, we will certainly call it. And yeah, I work in retail, Gibbsy. I work in retail. So yeah. Is it Vern? Yeah. Well, it's you guys at 10:30. It's you guys at 10:30. So, but then I've got a meeting after that, which I'm hoping that yeah, it's going to play out very favorably. Anyway, with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. On the poll, 66% of you guys believe that 2026 is going to be the end of the market cycle. Pretty interesting. As always, though, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. If you haven't already, do make sure you join the Discord. Link is in the description. Also, it's on my bio on TikTok. And if you want to get access to our alpha call, trail alerts, and by the way, we're building this out, so it's definitely going to get way more cool, way more stuff. We're going to have a newsletter into it. Airdrops are going to be into there as well, so it's going to be worth it. You can get that by becoming a channel member or subscribing here on TikTok, and you get instant access to, well, I say instant, the minute I click, you can get in there. You get access to our premium Discord as well. So until tomorrow, of which I'll be live as usual, 9 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. Eastern, do look after yourselves. I'll catch you guys once again on the flip side. Take care.